Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're taking a deep dive into, well, an absolutely wild set of documents. They read less like straightforward research and more like a thriller, really, a mystery unfolding.
Definitely.
You've sent us excerpts from Relative Dementias by Mark Michalowski from 2002, and our mission, basically, is to pull out the key insights from this. Fascinating, sometimes unsettling material.
Yeah, and what's really captivating here is how these sources build this picture. You start with what seems like a totally normal, maybe slightly odd care home, Graystairs.
Right, in Scotland. Muirbridge.
Exactly. But it turns out to be, well, anything but normal. We're going to be looking into this whole web of like bizarre medical treatments, hidden alien stuff, even time travel gets mixed in.
Wow.
Yeah, it really makes you ask, what's going on beneath the surface? Who or maybe what is really in control?
That's quite the setup. So the documents, they introduce us to Dr. Joyce Brunner. She's a physicist, works for UNIT.
Ah, UNIT, Unified Nations Intelligence Task Force. They deal with the weird stuff.
Exactly. And she brings her mother, Norma, to Graystairs because she's heard about this treatment. She hopes it's, like, revolutionary for Alzheimer's.
Desperate hope, sounds like.
Totally.
Yeah.
But right away, you feel it. Something just wrong.
Yeah.
Deeply wrong.
That atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah, the whole place is described as having these lacy trimmings that seem to, like, infest the house. And the staff, Bernard, for instance, has this customary lack of charm.
Doesn't sound welcoming.
Not at all. And trust me, it only gets weirder from there.
Okay.
So, Graystairs, it's presented as this convalescent home, a place to recover.
On the surface.
But the local rumors, you know how it is,
Yep.
they hint at something more sinister. Claire, the barmaid down at the Two Foxes pub, she spills some details. Says Graystairs got taken over about 3 years back by this Dr. Sewell. Very reclusive guy.
And he's supposedly working on this new Alzheimer's treatment.
That's the story, yeah.
Okay, so connecting that to the bigger picture, the treatment itself is the core mystery, isn't it? Joyce really needs this to work for her mother, Norma.
Absolutely. She's told it's going well. No adverse reactions, they say.
Right, but then Joyce has this weird experience herself.
Yes, she finds a metal nodule, like right at the nape of her neck.
And a silvery net embedded in her skin.
Yeah, and she describes feeling sliced in two. One part doing calculations, the other just watching.
Like involuntary calculations related to frequency.
Exactly. That immediately screams something. Not medical. Not in the usual sense.
No, that's tech. Invasive tech. It's messing with her mind directly.
And then here's where the whole idea of dementia just flips. We meet Eddie and Harry, 2 residents.
Seemingly typical elderly guys, right. Memory problems.
Yeah, Harry sometimes can't even remember his own name, but then the treatment kicks in.
And it's terrifying.
It is. Harry suddenly remembers the war. George, he says, I remember all of the tanks, screaming children, the stink of blood and burning. Horrific detail.
Wow. And Eddie talks about bad things put in his head.
Yeah. But our doctor figures it out. He realizes these memories aren't being put in.
They're being restored.
Exactly. Which means their memory loss wasn't natural dementia. It was something else.
Depression.
Yeah. So who are these people really? And why wipe their minds?
Which leads to this chilling thought. What if the dementia was basically prison, a way to lock them away inside their own heads?
And the cure is just unlocking the cage, letting the original, maybe dangerous person out.
It makes sense of that death, too. Doris Wesley, found with a pillow over her face.
Right. Was she remembering too much? Or did she find out the truth? Either way, it's brutal.
A very high cost for this treatment.
And just as this Graystairs situation gets really dark, guess who shows up?
The doctor and Ace.
Yep. Drawn by a postcard from Joyce, apparently.
Yeah.
Ace is expecting London, 2012. Future London.
But she gets, what, smoggy London first?
Yeah, a slightly smoggier, considerably more crowded version, then bam. She's suddenly in 1982 Scotland.
Due to temporal turbulence there.
Seems like it. And the doctor, he pops over to London 2012 to collect his post from this Countess Gallo Glass.
An old acquaintance. Super rich.
Apparently. And she gives him these cryptic warnings, something about next July 4th.
Okay, so time travel is definitely in play. And the stakes are clearly bigger than just this one care home.
Much bigger.
So the doctor's investigation points straight at Graystairs, naturally.
He sneaks in, finds a hidden lab, and a transmat portal down in the cellar. You know, instant teleportation.
Okay, classic doctor. Where does it lead?
Directly to this huge mirrored hemisphere. A ship, buried offshore, near the Orkney Islands.
Like a sleeping whale.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that connects the quiet Scottish village to this massive hidden alien tech. Suddenly it's a much bigger stage.
Definitely interdimensional, or at least interplanetary.
And you listening, you get this discovery
Yeah.
through Ace's perspective. She finds the ship, describes it as an ancient steel cathedral.
Creepy imagery.
Very. And
Wow.
inside, bodies wired up to these electronic pillars. Their brains.
Let me guess. Processors.
You got it. Used for complex calculations.
So that confirms Joyce's weird experience and the real purpose of Graystairs.
It's horrifying. It's not a care home. It's basically a human battery farm, a processing center using people's minds for alien computing.
That's, yeah, chilling. Graystairs as a component in some alien machine, it completely reframes everything.
Doesn't it, Joe?
And it brings up all sorts of ethical nightmares, right?
Yeah.
Autonomy, exploitation, using one species to save another, maybe. That necessary evil argument.
Exactly. And it gets even weirder when we find out who was behind it.
Okay, lay it on me.
Sewell, the reclusive doctor running Graystairs. He's revealed to be a war criminal,
From where?
the Tolkien Empire. And he's got this condition, progeria premature aging.
Ah, so the human brains.
Well,
They're powering a metabolic stabilizer for him.
That's the idea. He's trying to buy himself more time, extend his life using stolen minds.
Grim and Megan, the
Yeah.
tough care assistant.
Also a Tulk, wearing a flesh suit, got advanced weapons. Sewell sends her after Ace.
Okay, so they're not just processing brains, they're dangerous soldiers, too. These aren't helpless patients.
At all.
And this is where it really clicks into place, right? Sewell isn't just trying to save himself, he's restoring the memories.
Of his fellow Tolkien War Council members, the ones incarcerated on Earth with wiped minds.
Right. So Eddie is really matron, Harry is Hamaya.
Exactly. And they're remembering everything. The warfare, the conquest, the horror.
And they're not exactly reformed, are they? They see themselves as leaders ready to subjugate this world.
Pretty much. So it's not just a local problem anymore. It's potentially the start of an alien invasion led by resurrected war criminals.
Okay, so we have the Tolks. But you mentioned another alien species.
We did enter the Annarene. They show up disguised as, get this, a Tweety couple with their dog.
Oh, brilliant camouflage. What do they want?
They're here specifically to capture Sewell and the Tolkien War Council, like bounty hunters or police, maybe.
And the dog, is it just a dog?
Oh, no. The dog is a Landine. It's a shapeshifter.
Seriously?
Yeah. Looks like a cute little terrier, but for combat, it turns into this chitinous black thing.
Yeah.
Totally loyal to the Annarene.
A literal wolf in sheep's. Or terriers.
Yeah.
Clothing.
Right. So you've got this incredibly complex situation.
Yeah, like a three-way standoff. The Annarenes want Sewell for trial. The Tulks want to restart their empire using Earth. And Sewell just wants to not die.
And it all hinges on this control sphere thing that Alexander, Joyce's son, found up on the Orkneys.
Ah, that's the key. To activate the Tolkien ship. The weapons.
Seems like it. It ties everything together. The
Yeah.
ship, the Tulks, the potential for massive destruction. It's the ignition key for this sleeping war machine.
High stakes indeed.
So the stage is set. Big showdown at Graystairs.
Everyone converges there. Annarene, Doctor, Ace, Michael.
Yep. And Sewell reveals his plan. Use the ship's power to grab a stasis chamber full of weapons.
A stasis chamber. Wait, didn't Norma mention something?
She did. The doctor has this brilliant moment. Norma kept saying Stacy Chambers.
And he realizes it's stasis chamber.
Exactly. That little detail, that seemingly confused utterance was the key. Such a great aha moment for the doctor and for us reading it.
Love that. So the doctor knows what Sewell's after, and the Annarene are there.
And he knows they're listening, so he pulls off this incredibly risky move.
What does he do?
He tosses the control sphere to Ace
Okay.
and then shoves Sewell A&D, one of the Annarene, through the active transmat portal.
Whoa. Where do they go?
Unknown destination.
Just
Gone. Buys some time.
decisive action. And Ace.
She deals with Megan and the other Tulks, uses some explosives, ends the immediate threat pretty effectively.
Resourceful as ever. But there's always fallout, right?
Oh, yeah. The aftermath, especially for the humans. It's tough. Michael, Joyce's son, he's kind of a reluctant hero here.
He has history with UNIT, right?
Yeah.
And the doctor.
Yeah, a complicated history. He blames the doctor for past events, losing a friend during some other invasion, calls him out for causing trouble, leading people into danger.
Understandable from his perspective.
Totally. He actually goes AWOL from UNIT, but he gets
Mhm.
pulled back into this mess anyway. It really drives home the human cost, you know. These huge conflicts wreck ordinary lives.
Absolutely. And what about Joyce and Norma? Do they get any kind of peace?
A partial resolution. Dr. Menzies, the local doctor, is finally convinced to stop the treatment.
Good.
And Norma is described as much better. Not cured of her original Alzheimer's, maybe, but the Tolkien interference is gone.
So Joyce accepts that.
Seems like it. She plans to take her back to London. A quiet ending for them, perhaps.
And the alien tech, the sphere, the shape-shifting dog.
They end up with the doctor, naturally. Seeds for future adventures, you assume.
Of course.
There's also this neat little time travel thing for Ace. She briefly encounters a past version of herself. Just adds another layer of complexity.
Temporal shenanigans. Always fun.
And the final epilogue.
Right.
It jumps back to 1976. It suggests the Landine, the dog, ends up with some mysterious woman who handles these kinds of packages. Leaves you wondering.
Intriguing loose end there.
It really is incredible, isn't it? How you start with this quiet, almost mundane setting, a care home in Scotland.
Yeah, visit to see Mum.
And it just unravels into this massive, complex threat. Alien war criminals, mind-controlled tech, time travel.
Ancient ships, shapeshifters.
It shows how everyday things like a knitted square Norma made or a family photo can become these vital clues in a huge, dangerous game.
Absolutely. And this whole deep dive into relative dementias, it's more than just a cool sci-fi plot. It really makes you think about, well, our own reality.
How so?
Well, how much our understanding of normal depends on what we don't know. The Graystairs residents thought they had dementia.
When really their minds are being hijacked.
Used.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It forces you to consider that line between, say, care and control, or even incarceration and treatment. Yeah. Is memory itself a fundamental right, even for beings labeled as war criminals?
That's a deep question.
It is. And it kind of prompts you, the listener, to think. How might digging deeper into the facts we see every day, especially the ones that challenge what we think we know, change how we see reality, how we see justice?
A really provocative thought to end on. Makes you look at the mundane a little differently.